Hi everybody, this is Hal Weeks for Stalking the Wild Autoharp. I'm at the Daigle shop today, and years ago, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I made a how to tune video, and that thing is so long and I'm too talky, and I basically tune my way through the whole harp while I talk. And I just wanted to make a real quick and easy how to tune your Autoharp video. And I've already thought of all kinds of things I should include, including the tuning apps on your phone. That's right, you don't have to buy a specialized Autoharp tuner, electronic tuner, but you can. The standalones are excellent, but you can also get a pretty good one in your phone. And so I wanted to include that in my talk too. And because I'm using my phone to illustrate the tuner, I had to use my tablet to film this video on, and I'm kind of not used to doing that, so bear with me here. I'm going to tip this down so that you can see the harp while I'm working on it, and then we'll get started on tuning this bad boy. So I chose this Oscar Schmidt. This is a vintage Oscar Schmidt, and it probably needs to be tuned. And it is, I chose it because it doesn't have fine tuners. Fine tuners are a different story that makes tuning a lot easier, but I'm not going to go into that because most people don't have them. And so we're just going to tune up here using one of the standard wrenches. Wrenches come either in an angle shape like this. This one has a long handle, or they're a T shape like this. Either one will work. If you have a new-ish Oscar Schmidt, you're going to need the tuning wrench that came with it, because those are hard to replace, because these will fit on the old style Oscar Schmidts just fine. And these are the ones that go with the new harps that we build. But if you have a new Oscar Schmidt, these won't work. So keep that in mind, and that's a subject for another video, and actually one that I have already covered in a video called The Right and Wrong Wrenches. So check that one out if you have a newish Oscar Schmidt. You're going to need not only a tuning wrench, but you're going to need a device, an electronic tuner of some kind. And these are the kind that we sell at the shop. It's called a snark. We used to sell this one. This is a snark also. They changed the model, and this is the new one. It's called the silver snark. And one thing that they changed was the shape of the clip. The nice thing about this style, which is designed to clip on the headstock of your guitar, is that it clips right on the instrument. The problem with an Autoharp is, where do you clip it? And that's going to depend on the shape of your clip. But you're going to have to experiment. You have to clip it in a place where you can see the display. And you have to adjust that display carefully. They've gotten a lot better in making these stronger, but they still are delicate. So as you twist around the neck on the device, go slowly and carefully. Where I recommend with this new one, which is the one I'm going to use to show you, is I clip on across 2 to 4 down here at the end. See that? And then at this angle, I cannot see the display, but I had to reorient it so that you can see the display. And I guess I'm going to move it down this way. I want you to be able to see this display as I tune. And normally, though, this would be turned around, like I might do it this way and clip it this way, so that then I can turn this up and look at it this way. But then you won't be able to see that. So I'm going to turn it this way, I guess, so that you can see this display. And I'm also going to demo my phone. So I'm going to open up my phone here to its tuner. This is the tuner that I like. and it's got ads in it, but you can download this for free. It's called Pano Tuner, P-A-N-O Tuner, like piano without the I. You can see it right there on the label, Pano Tuner. And I can see I'm going to have reflection problems. Anyway, I thought I would put this down here, and hopefully you'll be able to see it, and I can see that too. Okay, so the way the electronic tuners work is it's sort of like a gas gauge. And you can see the green square here. Let's play a note. You can see it goes right to the A, and this is an A string, but it's not centered on that little diamond. And this is saying A. And I can't really see. It's got a red to the left-hand side, which means I'm flat. It's like a gas gauge, except that you want it to be right in the middle. Instead of all the way up where full is, you want it to be halfway. Because if you're to the left, then you're flat, and if you're to the right, you're sharp. Flat means too low, and sharp means too high, and you want to be right in between. And we got two different kinds of meters here, and we'll find out that they pretty much agree with each other. So I'm probably going to block this with my hand here for a minute. Try to stay out of the way so that you can see it go. See, I went past. I'm pretty much right on the diamond there, and this is saying that I'm in tune. Hopefully you can see that. So I used A as an example, but I'm going to start, when I tune, I start at the highest note and I work my way down. Some people will tell you tune all the C's and then tune all the G's, and that would seem to be wise, and that wisdom is out there and you can follow it if you want to, but I will tell you that I've been tuning lots and lots of Autoharps, and here at the professional Autoharp shop we tune straight through, and I have always tuned straight through, either from bottom to top or top to bottom. It's not a problem, folks. You're not going to make your harp collapse because you're adjusting the strings. Now, if I'm tuning up a vintage harp with new strings that has never been tuned in 100 years, then I will tune the octaves and then the fifths, just in case something's going to go wrong. Probably still don't have to, but I do. Okay, so I just go through sequentially. See, some people would say that's close enough, but believe me, when you take, it's a little bit off. It's saying C, it's a C note. It says so right there. Make sure you don't tune it to C sharp. You don't want the C sharp. You want to say C and tune the C to spot on. The reason being, if you go, oh, that's close enough, and you go, that's close enough 36 times, it's not going to be really nicely in tune. So you want it to be as close as possible, and sometimes you just have to nudge it. And here's my favorite secret. If you can't get it right on, then go one notch too high. And then push on the string. And you want to get everything to sit spot on. Now, down low, these bottom 4 notes, these snarks are extremely good at hearing them. Some tuners are not. Some tuners get confused when you get down into like the bottom 4, the bottom 2 notes. The bottom 2 notes, 2 or 3 notes, often confuse some tuners because they're hearing the overtones. It's a long story. I don't want to tell it. That's what made my last video too long. So let's look at these bottom notes. In order to do that, I have to move the snark. So we'll go this way. And again, I'm going to turn this so that you can see it. Hopefully. Hopefully you'll be able to see that, but I can't. Too much reflection there. We'll go there. I'm looking here at this one. So, both tuners are reading it really well, and it's only a little bit off, but it's off. And usually it's off to the low side, not always. And eventually you'll get the moves down where it's you can just nudge it. Can you see that? I'm working blind here. I think there's reflections. You see how it's jumping around? It's confusing the tuner. This one, though, is nice and clear and dead on. And you can't see it at all. It's saying it's a little high. Now it's a little low. It's right on. Sometimes it takes some finagling. Sometimes you have to put it just 1 notch too high and then push on the string to get it to sit. Let's do the F string now. That's saying it's right in tune. This tuner is more confused about it. And that is generally the case with download tuners or cheap tuners, that when they get to this low fat string, they get confused. And there's some other tricks. The easiest trick is to tune it by ear. So this is one reason why you want to get your harp mostly in tune, because as you go down through it like this, remember that I have not tuned all these strings, but it sounds pretty good. So we're going to go for it anyway. I'm pressing the F button because it's an F string. And I'm going to play through the chord and then pluck and adjust the bottom one. And I'm going to put it way out so you can hear it. So there you go. That's my new how to tune it video. And I had a lot of problems with seeing what I was doing. So not quite so easy to make as you think.